Hey Zen fam, share this at Sony on their social media platforms, please. This message has to get out. Sony, I, Zenbloke, have been a loyal PlayStation fan since the beginning. I got my original SKU 1, Model 1 PlayStation at the beginning of 1995. I've played countless titles. I have had pretty much all of your first party tech. I even had the docking unit for the move and the nav. I had two moves. I had a sharpshooter. I had the gun. I had the aim gun. I've had PlayStation VR. I've had PlayStation Vita OLED model. I had PSP, the 1000. Okay? I had the original PS2. I had a 60 gig PS3 that I upgraded with a 320 drive. I have never bought a third party controller. It's always been first party. And ever since PS3, all my consoles have been under warranty. I've been a long time member of PlayStation Plus. I have evangelized for you whilst also acknowledging when you have strayed from the path, because I am firm but fair. I'm a loyal fan, but not a fanboy. And I have greatly enjoyed the PlayStation 5 generation. However, it has to be said, as it currently stands here in late 2025, there has not been enough of it. Now, you are not to be held responsible for the pandemic, of course. That was far outside of your control. And Orange Monster's tariffs obviously have not helped, and everything in between those particular events. This has been a rough generation. Hand up to that, you are not to be blamed for a lot of what's gone on. However, your lack of communication, your hiring of the wrong people, your inability to see that trends are just trends and are not long-lived, and then dive into those trends far too late, or create trends of your own so that you don't have to worry about trends dying on you like you used to do back in the day, that is on you. But let's get to the real meat of what we're talking about here today. The fact of the matter is, for the last sort of few months, there's been a bubbling hubbub about PlayStation 6, and you've even put out some statements of your own about what you intend to do with PlayStation 6 and your hopes and aspirations, and that's fine, that's lovely. We'd expect that round about this point. What we don't expect round about this point, considering the, I wouldn't say lack, but the lesser amount of first party software at this particular point in a console generation's lifespan, especially a console as expensive as the PS5, that has gone up in price instead of down in price as per previous generations, has been disappointing to say the very least. Now, yes, game development does take a lot more time and a lot more money. We recognise that, we see this. We feel it when we buy the games. We understand that there's going to be some price incurred from development cost, because games take so much longer to develop, which means you have to pay the staff for longer because they're making the games for longer. We get that, we understand that. But what you also must have to understand is a game system lives and dies by its games. If there aren't games, then there's no reason to buy the system. Look at your competitor Xbox. Now, the Xbox is a great system. It really is. It's powerful. It's got a great library. It's backwards compatible to all craziness. And you're not. Look, you want to do PS6. Great. I look forward to PS6, but not yet. Okay? You're talking about a PS6 coming out like 2027. Too soon. There are a number of points to consider. One, there's not been enough first-party software in development to warrant another generation. There's still plenty of juice in the PS5. It's a stupidly strong system. You made a really great system. Two, this idea of two systems at the same time that some people are talking about, where you'll have a handheld that's a bit weaker, it's able to sort of like do low-level PS5 and like a PS6 home system, but both of them called the PS6. You're going to confuse the market. You're just trying to get on Nintendo's bandwagon. Don't make your own bandwagon. You're Sony. You are developers. You are groundbreakers. You always have been. Be that. Okay? You're going to do one system, do one system. You're going to do the other system, do the other system. But I think a lot of us are looking for a powerful home console. Now, yes, the PlayStation Portal is a great add-on to that system. If the PlayStation Portal could continue to also stream the PS6 and the PS5, you'll continue to sell the PlayStation Portal. In fact, you could probably do an upgraded model, which will fantastically take advantage of more of the PlayStation 6 feature set. Maybe even a little bit of internal memory, who knows? But I'm spitballing here. There's not enough games. PlayStation Plus is getting more and more expensive. The systems are getting more and more expensive. The games are getting more and more expensive. And to basically go back to a couple of videos ago from me, Con, about how we can't keep going this way. Sony, please listen to your consumers. We are skint, poor. We are cash deficient. We got nae money. Alright? We're being pulled left, right and centre financially in every direction. We've got to pay for fuel, for utilities, for rent, for council. It's like everything costs more money than what we currently make. Everybody right now, as an average person, just an average workaday Joe or Joanne, is poor. We have no money. Everybody is cutting back and cutting back and cutting back because we have no money. We're buying less food, we're buying less stuff, nobody's going out anymore. Have you not noticed that? Have you not noticed how the clubs and the pubs are empty? And they're like, if you went to go see a band, it costs you like 3 times of what it did 10 years ago. If you're lucky. Okay? Software sales are down because people don't have money. We'd love to buy your games, but we don't have the money. And if you keep pushing up the price of software and hardware, especially the hardware, then we're not going to be able to afford to buy the system to play the games on. Never mind the fact that you're not making as many games at the rate you used to because they take longer to make. Never mind the fact that so many developers are about to go to the wall because Microsoft is basically eating Xbox and is going to poop it out, and there's going to be nothing left, and they're probably going to fire so many people in the next year as they dissolve the Xbox gaming division, which I personally believe will happen. And I don't want that. As a gamer, I don't want that. Because you are at your best when you have an adversary. Okay? It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you developing. It keeps you motivated. The whole Xbox and PlayStation struggle for supremacy of system and game titles and all that is good for the industry. It's not great as a fan base model because you get your fanboys and people that just go rah rah rah. That's poo, yes. But at a company level, to stop either side getting complacent, the other side always trying to be there, always trying to push forward, pushes forward gaming. And that's always been cool. The idea that this awesome medium of video games, this ultimate art form of expression, can keep pushing, keep being forward, keep getting better, is wonderful. But you're killing the goose that lays the golden egg if you keep rising prices and you keep putting out stuff before the stuff that we have has reached its full potential. Look at the PS4. You only just recently have suggested that you're going to stop supporting the PS4. It's like, what, 13, 14 years of PS4? Think how long you supported the PS3, how long you supported the PS2. Incredible. Laudable. Hold back till at least 2029 with the PlayStation 6. We'll wait. And what's more, the technology will be improved and it'll be cheaper. So you can bring out your whiz-bang system, everything will be groovy, and people might actually have a chance to get a bit of a run-up and save the money to buy PS6. I want to buy PS6, but currently, I don't know how I'll ever get the money together for it, because every time I try to save for something, something comes along and goes, I'm going to need that. Bear this in mind, Sony, okay? We have limited resources. We, the public, we, the gamers, we, the customers. Please heed this video. Hold back a bit, okay? Not forever, just a year or two. Give us a bit of a chance to get away from all the craziness that's happening. Let the economy recover a bit. Let people sort of like get some money together. Because gaming is a luxury item now. Always has been, always will be. And we don't have money for luxuries as it stands currently. Let us be able to buy your products when they come out. Because you don't want to put out products onto store shelves, have it sitting out there and it not selling. Because we can't buy it. Because we don't have the money. Do yourselves and do us a favour. Thank you, Sony. This comes from a place of love. Please, hear what I've said, consider what I've said, act on what I've said. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers, and of course, as always, I nae bother.